What's going on, everybody? Doc from Average Gamer Guys back. More Destiny 2 action, and today gonna be a real quick video. We've got the Nightfall. We're gonna run through this one again. Something very familiar if you've been playing this game for a little while and done some of these Nightfalls. We get the Pyramidion back with Torrent and 0 Hour. So Torrent is essentially means that all of your abilities are going to recharge essentially extremely fast. I don't know exactly the rate. I think it's a little more than double. So your melee abilities, your grenade abilities, any of your additional special abilities, they're just going to recharge super fast. And then 0 Hour, you see, it basically means there are no time warp anomalies or rings of any sort. You're not getting any extra time for killing any enemies. You're just going to start with the full base of time, which is 22 minutes. That's what you have to finish out the Pyramidion. Now, the reason we're going to kind of run through this one a little bit faster is just for the sole fact that we've actually already done guides for this on the channel, so we've got a little bit longer one that talks through maybe a little bit more strategy. We've also got a guide that talks through doing this on the prestige mode. So really the base of this video was to, if you are checking it out, if you are thinking about trying to knock out a prestige raid, or Nightfall rather, this is probably the best one to try to do, and we've got a guide up on the channel from a couple weeks back that can really guide you in and take you through this thing from start to finish on it. We have some pretty specific setups for that. As far as this one goes, definitely you can run your standard character, and honestly shouldn't have too much trouble completing this one. The biggest tip I gave in the last time that we did this, and even in the prestige version, is obviously use your abilities since they recharge super fast. That's kind of self-explanatory, but just get a good area of effect or really high damage grenade. A lot of people use pulse grenades. I'm a big fan of lightning grenades just because I've been using them so long, so I feel like I have pretty good placement for the most part. They are a little bit stronger overall for the single strikes with comparative to the pulse grenades on the Titan, but either one of those two are good, fantastic options to take in and to use. And the key here being, again, especially on the Titan, I like to have it so that I have 2 grenades available as one of the abilities. By doing so, again, you're using those abilities. Your abilities are just recharging super fast, and it really just will help you knock through a lot of the enemies. On the non-prestige version of this one, I really don't think this one's too difficult, especially if you've played it before. You can really kind of go about saving your power ammo for the most of it. Use your supers kind of in this area where we're at right now. Try to split them up because you should get them by the time you run in and go to the final boss fight. And then the final boss fight, the only real challenge you'll have will be once you get him down to just under a third health. He'll kind of spawn into the middle, and from there he has a pretty big slam attack that can throw you off the map pretty easily, and you can kind of get yourself trapped in a bad circle if you and everybody dies and you keep spawning in the middle where he is. He can kind of constantly throw you off the map, which is a little frustrating. But as far as the rest of the strategy here goes, really you could pretty much use just about any class of character that you want. I would recommend be a little bit balanced. Definitely have a Titan on there to kind of deal in some extra damage. The shield that he provides is really good for the boss. For the boss fight, and by doing so, you really just kind of set yourself up. I just died through my shield there, which is a little confusing to me. But besides that, Warlock and Hunters, if you got just a decent little mix, or you got 2 of one and 1 of something else, like I said, as long as I think if you have a Titan in there, just for the, like I said, the shield ability is pretty good to kind of just absorb some damage. And the fact that you can throw it again so quickly is definitely beneficial for some specific areas. You'll see me pop it right here, actually kind of protect our back. That way we can get through this portion without too much trouble. But yeah, that's about it for this one. Like I said, we've got a little bit longer guide that kind of rolls through this. We had a very similar setup when we did it the last time, and like I said, more importantly, if you're looking for or having some trouble finding a prestige Nightfall to do, this is my recommendation for doing it. Again, since you don't have to worry about any time constraint beyond just that you know what the time is that you have to complete it by, and the fact that you can just constantly use your abilities, you can constantly throw your grenades. The nice thing is, if you do the prestige, go check that video out, but if you do it and you have a hunter that has their void class with the ability to throw the smoke bomb and go invisible and make the team invisible, that literally made and was the one key factor that allowed us to finish it out on the prestige version. So like I said, that's up on the channel. Go take a look at it if you're looking for that. Other than that, this was just a quick run through and a quick guide for knocking this video out. Some quick tips. As always, save your power emerald until this point, but you'll see everybody here pretty much spams their grenades. I love the lightning grenades here for the Titan right at the end, because we pour on just about a quarter, or just a little over a third of his health, or just under maybe, with that first shot. He's going to pretty instantly zap between the two spots after this, because he's hurt pretty bad. We'll get a couple more grenades in, he'll pop over there. Once he hits the second spot, you're going to go in the same two rings. Once you clear those out and activate those, then he will actually warp back to the front, and probably honestly the toughest portion of the boss fight actually begins, for the sole fact that when he starts roaming around like that, you're gonna have a ton of ads. This is probably the worst boss fight for ads, to be really honest, as well. So just kind of keep that in mind. But here you're gonna see us, we pretty much melt this guy. Supers are all going. You see him throwing me pretty effectively right there, and then sadly my super runs out, and I think killed myself with my grenade launcher, but that happens. But beyond that, like I said, you're seeing us just pour a ton of damage on. You will see the ads kind of be a factor here. You also see how he's just really good again at throwing people off the map, and this is kind of the little trap circle I was talking to you about. As long as one person stays alive and kind of works the ads, you should be fine. And you see him throwing me here. I just kind of got lucky that he didn't go that route, but a couple grenade launcher shots, a couple rocket launcher shots rather, and we knocked him out. And Nightfall powerful gear is in my hands and ready to go. So as always, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Just again a quick short video, and like I said, up on the channel, look back just a little bit in the Destiny folder. We've got a playlist going. You can actually take a look at the prestige version of this exact same raid that we did a couple weeks ago if you need some help kind of navigating that and how we exactly set it up to be successful. As always, appreciate all the support to the channel. Really enjoying the Destiny 2, really enjoying getting a lot of Rocket League action going out, and still have some Halo Wars 2 content coming up. So if you're fans of any of those games or anything else, we're really starting to get excited for Call of Duty World War 2 coming out here in a couple weeks as well, and we'll be doing a ton of stuff for that. So subscribe, stay tuned to the channel. If this was helpful at all, or you enjoyed it, or you got any other tips for anybody, throw them down in the comments below. Really enjoy talking to you guys and connecting with the community, because that's really what makes the channel, and that's definitely what makes this game. So as always, Doc from Average Gamer, guys, thank you so much for watching, spending a few minutes of your day with me, and we'll check in the next one.